What's going on, everybody? It's
What's going on, everybody?
Shogun 9HR, Jeffrey Allen, Downriver Sound, and our special guest is Boombox Mike.
How you doing today, buddy?
Good, and you?
I'm good, man. It's been a good day.
Good. So, I've got you on here for Bassheads. We all started somewhere. Question and answer. I'm sorry, I'm being bad.
Oh, that's all right.
So how you been?
Oh, I've been pretty good. How's your build going?
Slow?
Usually wins the race, don't it?
I think so, but at the same time,
Slow and steady.
but I've had a little change of plans, but at the same time, it's kind of funny that it was supposed to be 2 10s in the doors, 4 6.5s, and then 2 15s. And for some reason, I've been wanting to go back to dropping 2 15s. What's up, everybody in chat? We got Ashley, we got Raymond, we got my buddy and moderator Dobson for the channel.
I don't know how to turn on the chat, so I can't really see nobody.
It'd probably mess it up on your phone. I'm not sure, though.
Yeah, man, I'm just going to leave the comments off. It shows me a chat button, but when I hit it, it goes to a different screen. So you just read me. You read me and I'll answer.
Okay. So, well, all the 10 questions come from me. I sent them to you.
I didn't even study them, man. I'll be honest, I didn't study.
It's all good.
I'm sure you're not going to hit me with anything too crazy.
No. Heck, I got James, so I mean, how bad can it be?
Man, when you're in the hot seat, man, who knows?
But I wanted to make sure. I should have wrote those down actually on actual paper and everything. Because now,
well, it's always an afterthought, right?
Yeah.
Hey, we're still new at this. We'll get better as we go. I just hope you'll have me back on here again sometime.
Yeah. And that was the thing too. I was even thinking about doing something like that where it's first time, pull you up, then I'll have come up later, and stuff. And all right. Yeah. I got the questions. I found the most recent person I sent them to.
Yeah, good luck finding him in our conversation.
All right. LCO, brother. That's man, it's been so long since I've been alive with James. It was easier to remember all the channels now. I think that's Neil.
Man, our little group has grown so big in the last 2 years. Like, I can't believe it, man. It's really gotten huge.
Yeah. I still laugh because I go back and forth to the catfish community and stuff like that. You say the word bass, and especially when I've got Team Bass Cat, is what I want to start for Bass Heads with Cats,
Yeah. I mean, I still got to get the picture of my cat.
And I laugh because they're like, "Oh yeah, bass is great catfish bait," and stuff. And it's like, dude.
Little
No.
off the subject, just a quick story. Before I got the car that I got now, I was looking at a Dodge Magnum, and
Yeah.
it was already a base car. I think it had like four like BDX audio pipe 12s and like some kind of audio pipe amp and like an excess power battery. But it said got bass on the side, the big Magnum window, right? My
Yeah.
wife wouldn't buy it because she couldn't get over the got bass. She thought we were going to go fishing in it, man. And she just wouldn't let me buy it. She was like, no, I can't get over the fact that I'll never unsee those stickers off of it. Which in turn led me to the car I'm in now, and I think I'm way happier with it. So
Yeah. Sweet. So you ready to do this one?
I'm nervous, but let's roll.
Okay. One. Uh, what got you into bass music?
Well, that's kind of a two-part story.
Okay.
Uh, I guess originally, man, the same way we all did, man, cruising the strip when you were a teenager, and all the older kids did. Do you know who Dr. Krankenstein is?
Yes.
Okay, I am from the same town as him, Bedford, Indiana. Uh, James is up around Bloomington, Indiana. He's from there. But anyway, I remember to this day, the day he opened his shop, and he had that Astro van sitting out in the parking lot with like 24 Dr. Krankenstein 12s. You remember the big purple ones? And we didn't know what
Yeah.
hair tricks and shit were back then,
No.
We didn't. But like he would be hair tricking on that. So that's after that, how can you not be hooked?
Yeah.
Like that when that bass hits you so hard for the first big system that you've ever seen in your life, you're hooked, man.
Yeah. It
So
was.
I give 100% of that to Dr. Krankenstein. Like maybe if I'd have never seen his truck out in a parking lot that night, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'd ever been a bass head. Jump forward a few years into competition that got out of hand and people were cheating all the time and drilling holes in their floorboards and covering it up and that's kind of about mid to late 90s when if you wasn't running name brand, just like today, if you ain't running name brand, somebody out there is going to hate. Got out of it, got married, had kids, blah blah blah. And then I bought a car, man, and it had some little Planet Audio 12s in it or something, nothing major. But as soon as I got in there and heard that bass, I bought the car. I knew I was buying the car either way. It was an '05 Monte Carlo Super Sport. I was buying it. V8. It was a nice car. I missed that car, but uh, I wanted something better, because I'd heard way better. I'd had way better. Searching through YouTube, looking at videos, and sure enough, I ran across Bass Junkie 2020, XFL 10, slamming or something like that. So I checked on it, and man, just to be honest, I've been back into it now ever since then.
Nice. Seeing that answers the first two questions because it was what got you into car audio.
We're all going to answer those first two questions, I think, on the first question.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was listening to Billie Jean in the Rockford Fosgate van, and I was a kid still, and it was my buddy's dad's shop, and yeah, I almost think they should call it bass just to really screw with the cat fishing, just the fishing community,
Just to
because
mess
it
with
hooks you
everybody.
just like that. It's just like going
You're hooked.
bass fishing. Look,
Like, and man, and to be honest, like, even if it is just, I'm not even going to put a brand out there because I don't want to be like that, man. Let's just say you jump in a car with a couple of decent tens for your first time.
yep.
If you don't like bass, bro, I don't know if we can be friends. No, I'm playing. But it's addictive, man. It's addictive. It's like anything else. It's a good hobby, though. A little expensive. Can be.
Yeah. Okay. I was right. LCO brother is Neil.
What's up, Neil?
I wasn't sure. I was like, I think that's
I
Neil, but it's been
kind
a
of thought it
long
was too, but I wasn't gonna stick my foot in my mouth.
time. So, number 3, how long you been in car audio?
Well, there again, I've always been a fan since probably like 94, 92 maybe, 94, somewhere around in there.
Yep.
I mean, it's hard to. I had a really fun childhood. Let's just put it like that. So
Yeah.
94.
Okay. Question number 4. First system?
Okay, this is the story last night when I told you I'd save for the story. All right, so my first system was 2 of the Tower Sherwin Vega 12s, like the house stereo ones, and we'd
Yeah.
pulled all the tweeters out of them and just screwed fucking boards over it, and then screwed all the tweeters and mid ranges to the roof, just right to the headliner. No boxes, no nothing, just screwed them all. It ran like 8 tweeters on 4 channels, and then we drove by a yard sale. It just happened to be the same day we hooked my system up. Ironically enough, there was a 15-inch uh, Fisher, one of the real expensive ones. For then, it had the nice big surround, 2 layers.
Yeah.
So I got it for like $5 or $10, and we just hooked it straight up in the trunk too. House boxes and all. And all that was hooked up to a Radio Shack crossover, a Radio Shack Optimus 4-channel.
Yep.
One of the pyramid EQs like we were talking about last night on an Optimus tape player.
Nice.
Now, given we're about the same age, you probably remember all that nice Optimus Radio Shack equipment.
Oh yeah.
And believe it or not, this is kind of funny. The first kind of show or car meet that I ever went to, I hit a 125 or 7. It was either like 125.7 or 127.5, something like that, on all that house crap in a 1978 Plymouth Volare.
Nice.
Yeah, dude, that's nostalgic right there. That takes you back to like goosebumps shit. You know what I mean? But to be legit, man, kind of my first real system. I had a Soundstream Rubicon 10.0, and I had to start off with, I had 2 of the MTX Orange Cone. I think they were like the 9500s or something.
Okay.
And then I ended up buying 2 of the 12s. So I had 2 15s and 2 12s, all on that, what Soundstream called a 1,000-watt amp.
Okay.
If you remember them old Rubicons, it was one of them old cheater, got the little switch in the bottom of it.
Yeah.
But it's in the same car, in that same Plymouth Volare. I like that car, man. For a piece of junk, it was all right. It was probably just as dependable as most of the cars these days.
So, remembering all that, did you think you'd have the system you've got today back then?
Never. You couldn't have convinced me I had the system I had now a year ago. Just wasn't into it like that. I just wanted to beat, show off for a couple people here and there. And it just, honestly, like my wife says, it kind of got out of hand. But I kind of didn't do like most people. Like when I got back into it, like after I bought that Monte Carlo and it had the 12s in it, the first piece I bought was I just happened to find that Team Pie amp on a marketplace. It was a big, huge amp. I didn't know nothing about it, but it looked super cool. So I bought it. Well, Planet Audios didn't last one song on it. I didn't really know how to tune. I didn't really, I wasn't as good as what I know now. I was used to old school. Turn it up, put your ear up against it, turn the gain up. There you go. Well, then Planet Audios didn't take a quarter of that 5,500. So that's when I started watching videos. So my first purchase was 2 15-inch XFLs.
Nice.
I bought those two XFL. No, it wasn't either. I'm sorry, I lied. My first purchase was the two Soundstream T15s, T515s.
Okay.
They didn't like that Team Pi amp either. Maybe them Soundstreams wasn't really 1500-watt speakers. Who knows? I love
Yeah.
Soundstream. I would never say nothing bad about them.
Yeah.
But maybe that Team Pi amp's a lot badder than we really think it is.
Yeah.
But like I said, after that, I didn't go out and buy anything else. I went straight for what I seen everybody else banging hard on. I was perfectly happy with them. But no, to answer, I don't know if I ever answered the question or not. I never thought I'd be where I'm at today.
Yeah. What part of car audio do you like? Like, what's your favorite?
Probably getting demos. Honestly, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I like seeing what other people do. I know what I can do, especially with the friends and the help that I have. Like I've already proved, to myself, every goal I've set so far for myself, I've met. So, anytime you meet your own goals, now I don't
Yeah.
know about you, I set my own goals pretty high. So, like every time I meet a goal, that's exciting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you've got the C pillar build, no wall.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't really answer your last question. My bad. I pretty much like everything about it except wiring. I
Yeah.
don't like running power wires. I don't like hooking up fuses. I don't like hooking up batteries. Uh, that's the part of it that scares me the most. Because even if you hook everything up perfectly right and you're as safe as you can, and once you put that power wire in that amp, you're out of control.
Yeah.
Once you touch that fuse together, click, you can't control what happens after that. The amp's either going to go up and smoke or it's going to turn on.
Yep.
And we've all done it. I mean, have you ever bought an amp straight out of the box, hooked it up, and poof?
Yes.
Me too. And so that's that's the scariest part of it for me, man. I'll build boxes, I'll run wires all day long, I'll change hard alternators, I'll sit in my head and crunch numbers and figure out ohm loads. And anybody else, hey, any of y'all out there, I live in Indiana, you can come do my wiring anytime you want to.
And your system is the trunk those, right?
Yeah, I've got it's pretty much a street build. It's all in the hatch of an edge. I have a functioning rear back seat, two 18s, Scar 18s. I have an HD 10K. I have the HD 3K on 8 DS 18 Pros bullets. I still got them. I don't know if you can see it. That look
Yep.
familiar?
Yep, those do.
Yeah, I got 6 of them left.
Okay.
I got 6 of them on a Kenwood head unit.
Okay.
So it's I mean, I'm pretty impressed with it.
So, question number 7 is: would you go bigger or a different ride? Like, would you
I'm
go
gonna
to
make
a B
everybody
pillar?
laugh. I'm gonna make everybody laugh. I would go with a smaller car, a smaller build, less power to be
Okay.
louder.
Okay.
I don't know if that makes much sense to anybody out there, but
There's yes.
you don't got to have 10,000 watts and two 18s to be loud.
Yeah.
I don't think. I mean, I'm sure somebody out there is going to tell me I'm an idiot.
Yeah. It's all our own opinion.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 412s on the exact same right power in, say, a GTP, like a Grand Prix in a wall, it's going to get pretty low, pretty windy. I mean, should be pretty
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure that would be a whole lot cheaper than what I got in my system right now.
So, number 8. What are the peak frequencies of your enclosure?
No
Like your
clue.
high end and your low end.
I'm on a fresh build, so I don't really know. I just
So
got
you
my
haven't
build
got
done
to
less
the
than a couple months ago. I can give you
so,
some pretty good guesses.
okay.
So, like, I'm going to say, like, my box is supposed to be tuned around 30 hertz. I play about 25 to 55, really, with pretty decent authority. About 60, it starts rolling off pretty good. But I'm
Okay.
not trying to, it's probably in the amp setting. Who knows? I got it set to where it just blows a lot of wind right now. But yeah, that's, you know,
Somewhere in there. Yeah. That works because that
uh,
covers the low end and the top end.
it don't cover the top end as good as it does the low end. But I've never built. I'm not a. I don't know, man. I can't hear nothing below 28 hertz, 26 hertz. To me, it just sounds like the speaker bottoming out all the time. I mean, and I'm not trying to say that it's probably just me, honestly, but like I want to hear my bass.
Yeah, it does.
So I, when I can float stuff and do my hair tricks and whatever, I'm usually playing between 28 and like 33 hertz up to like 44 hertz. And
Okay.
I can pretty much hair trick all the way up to 40 hertz at least.
Nice.
I don't know if that kind of helps explain your question because I don't really know. I'll find
Yeah.
out. I was probably going to go to a show. There's one coming up here in a couple of weeks up in Lafayette, Indiana, for the Team Bass Outlaws. I'm in Indiana, member of the Bass Outlaws, so I'm gonna try and make it up there for their meeting before Slam. That way, I can have a little test and tune in before Slam, and then I'll have some. I might. I'm gonna be honest. Well, you've kind of seen my idea. I'm thinking about tearing my build out before Slam anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know if my box design will work.
See, and I'm running into that one on this getting the ports perfect
Yep.
for what I'm trying to do. And yeah, versus having a box that is like huge. And then there's no room to really be in the truck. And that's just 115 and an extra cab.
My battery bank would probably barely fit in the back of your truck and have room.
No, that's where you throw it in the toolbox.
Yeah, it'd be in the. It'd definitely have to be in the toolbox. I've got the. You familiar with a Ford Edge?
Yep.
You know where the factory subwoofer is?
Yeah.
Okay, so I gutted that whole quarter panel out and cut all the braces out of it, and screwed kind of some like 2x4 like pieces into the actual like structure, and then I just put my batteries all up in that
Okay.
up in the fender cavity. Other than that, I wouldn't have no place to put batteries. My box is so big in that hatch that the Ford Edge don't got as much room in the hatch as I thought it did when we bought it for sure.
So, what's your favorite frequency to hear?
I probably like mid 30s to low 40s,
Okay.
but I'm not against, like, I grew up with old school rap, so some of that old 50 and 60 shit that like hits real hard, that real punchy bang bang. Like I'm not
Yep.
against none of that.
Yeah.
But and then man, here lately, like I said, like I tuned my box to 30 hertz. So I'm just now learning that lower frequencies are pretty cool. I'm
Seeing.
starting to get on that little train here for a little while. But my problem is I still like to listen to music.
Okay.
So it's hard to tune to 26, 28 hertz to be able to give killer hair trick demos and then just be able to throw like Dax or Eminem or anything
Mhm.
mainstream, and
Yeah.
it just don't sound right then.
Yep.
So I guess that's why we build sixth orders, right?
Yeah. That's exactly why.
I wish I had room for a 20 cubic foot sixth order.
You could B-pillar it.
Man, daily driver for life, bro. Street builds.
Daily driver. Full competition.
Well, I mean, I've got somebody in the other room that's going to tell me that I can't afford that.
Is it the only car?
It is my only car. I got a baseball.
Okay.
I definitely got a basketball team full of kids. My
Okay.
wife's got an enclave, and we fill it up.
Okay. Well then, yeah. You need a
So,
second ride, bro.
well, I've got this old POS '08 Dodge Caravan sitting out here, and I know it's got plenty of room to do whatever in it.
Yeah.
But
That.
there again, man, like I said, I got a bunch of kids, and at my house, we're not just about school. You have to do an extracurricular activity. I don't care if it's church, choir,
Yeah.
band, geek, squad. I don't care what you do, but you're going to do something besides go to school at my house. Call me mean, call me a horrible parent, whatever. It's not a free ride. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, all my kids play expensive travel sports: baseball, basketball, cheerleading, football. Uh, and so, what happens is it seems like one plays every season, if that makes sense. So, like during this, I've got two that play during spring, two that play during summer, one that plays fall, and then two that play in winter.
Yep.
They're way more important than any of this system. But
Well, I'm going to ask number 10 real quick just because,
all right,
and it's the worst question to answer. No. Did you enjoy the time on the show?
of course, man. I
Cool.
love the time on the show. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, you put somebody on the spot there. You can't lie on live, huh?
No? Well, I
No?
guess you could if you were just a terrible person, but whatever.
Yeah, I couldn't lie anyway, man. I couldn't have kept a straight face anyway.
James is all, Mike has his own village.
Working on it.
And
I do got to say though, the doctor fixed that. There ain't gonna be no more little Pruitts running around.
that's see, and I told Neil that, come watch the show, be in here, and he's like, bro, I don't know if I want to come up. I was like, oh, come on. You can do this. If I'm doing this, you can do this. And he's
You're
all, I
just
got
as
to
nervous
real,
as we are, aren't you?
yeah. And who did the first one to himself?
That was hard. That one's gonna be a hard one to beat, though, man. Honestly,
Uh,
that was probably the best one so far.
yeah, that one was so hard, and I screwed up so much, left so much stuff out. Like I didn't even say that I am certified in this right here, but I am certified in the Term Pro Term Lab.
I gotta let this dog out real quick.
All right, brother, we can have an intermission.
Here, come here, Ty. Ty, come here. Let's see if we can get my dog on camera.
Nice.
Say hi, Ty. Say hi,
Hi,
buddy.
guy.
That's my buddy right there.
Nice. My guy's sleeping.
I know my cat's asleep somewhere.
Yeah, I'm looking at him. He's sleeping, but it's funny because this is his channel.
My cat totally runs this house over that big dog.
Well, that cat's the reason why this channel started.
That's
Team
awesome.
Base Cat. Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was in the Nissan just as much as I was as I'm
I
building
got
this
your,
truck.
I got your sticker around here somewhere.
No, you'd have a. Did I have mugs or koozies? Did I send you a koozie?
No, 2 stickers.
Um, whose were those?
Right.
I think those were the Soundstream stickers or something.
No, they were Team Base Kitty or something. I don't know where they're at right off. I don't know where any of my stickers are at right off. I don't see my folder.
Yeah, I've got a whole box that's gonna
I don't know.
cluster the back window.
I usually don't put stickers on my windows because I do enough advertising by turning it on. I don't need stickers to help promote.
Yeah, well, I've got stickers of everybody else's stuff coming together and stuff, so
I
yeah.
have thought about starting like some kind of I don't know. I'd hate to do it on a box or something that I was going to change out, but like a memorial wall of like all our buddies, like that got channels and stickers, and just start like a big wall of it, and
Yeah.
have everybody like send an autograph or their signature, or, whatever you want to call it, and like have that as a backdrop for videos.
Nice. Neil said he liked watching the show.
Thanks, Neil. Hopefully, I didn't act too nervous.
And we got Boca Bass in here. He said that he said this was, well, heck. Okay. Interesting chat. Fun to hear above your system. Which meant probably about, but yeah. So.
Yeah. I wish I had a channel or something y'all could go check it out on, but I don't. I haven't done anything on my channel in probably, since before Slamology last year. It's probably coming right up on a year. I wasn't happy with it at the time, and I just got fed up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Ashley. My family's basically family of friends is saying it's got surrounds base for beginning a stock system. Yeah, she's right. Getting something that sounds decent for mids and highs and everything, and decent bass, and then getting rid of the decent bass and upgrading from bass forward. I think a lot of us do that.
I think so too. See, I think a lot of that really depends on the listener.
Nice.
That's why I hate when everybody argues about. Don't get me wrong. We all know that every company has cheap. Let's not call it cheap. Let's call it entry level, mid level, high level. Every company does. So when we start comparing these, I've got, when somebody shows a speaker, you really don't know what it is. You're guessing. But compare a low end to a high end is kind of some BS. But when you get down to the nitty gritty of it, me and you are both going to hear sound different. And my DS18 speakers may sound way better to me than your deaf mount speakers.
Yeah.
Is it all opinion? Who knows? I'm just happy that everybody wants to have a loud ass system.
Yep. Yeah. And that's why I went as bass heads. We all started somewhere.
We did. I mean, I'm sure there's those guys out there that had spoiled mommies and daddies that bought them nice systems right out the rip.
Yeah, but whatever.
Right. And I'm not going to say that there's not some of them dudes that work their butt off on mommy and daddy's farm or whatever to get a nice system in their first car.
Yep. Yeah.
So
I know that my system was decent and I worked my butt off for it, in the Biscayne. Would I have done it different if I knew what I knew now? Yes. I would have done it way different. I would have done 1 6th order with 115 in that giant trunk, and there wouldn't have been anything else except a couple batteries and an amplifier. And that's it.
I wish I could put a big 6th order in my car. I'll be lucky to fit a nice 4th order in my hatch.
You can do that design I showed you. That's a 6th order.
Yeah, but it's too. It takes some way modifications.
But
I'm working with a pretty weird shape.
remember this though. That was for 115 in between the seat console of a Chevy Express cargo van.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Yes, I did. I
Yeah,
delivered packages, dude, in my own
I
personal
honestly
vehicle.
kind
I
of
had
forgot about
to.
that.
That one had to have some beat when you're in there for 12 to 14 hours driving.
Man, I had to go buy just a nice Bluetooth speaker so I had bump at work for 12 hours. Headphones just don't cut it no more.
Yep.
Now my little I've got these little, I don't know, I got them from Menards. They kind of look like them orange earplugs, you know, like you got to wear in a factory or whatever, but they're headphones.
Yep.
For 20
Yeah.
bucks, man, I'm impressed with them for a long time. They sounded really, really good. They had some nice little bass to them. I mean, you know, you can feel the air moving in your earphone and stuff, and it's pretty impressive. But after you go and hear really big systems, even factory systems sound weird.
That's funny. Ashley's like, nothing like the glass and the mirrors shaking while you're driving. And she's right. When you get to that point where you're driving down the road and that mirror's just on
Yep.
some of the older music, like you said, when we were really not just, I started before I was driving, but at the same time, I had an older sister too that listened to everything. And my best friend, when I was down at dad's house, his dad owned a stereo shop. So, I mean,
Oh, yeah.
did we get discounts or did I use any of the products? Nope, because I couldn't afford that stuff. Rockford Fosgate was way out of my price range.
Yeah, we wasn't touching that.
No.
Back in that
And
day, to me, I was in a race car. That's all I cared about. We was building drag cars. I didn't
see,
really. To me, stereo equipment was silly back then because it was just, you know, why you want 300 pounds in the trunk? And now I look at 300 pounds like, it's only 300 pounds in a hatch. It'll be all right. Let's add another fucking 100-pound battery.
yep. Yeah, I
But
kind of
once I
laughed.
heard that Frankenstein van, I was hooked, 100%.
Yeah.
And then I remember, man, he'd cruise up and down the streets, like, you know, cruising the block, which in Bedford was kind of neat because you had a 2-lane that went all the way up, and then it turned into a 1-lane and went around the square, and then you just came back down the same road down to the mall parking lot. So, you know, it's like 10, 12 blocks long. You could
Nice.
hear him.
From one end to the other.
Some would say you could hear him one end to the other. Now, supposedly that's a legend, but I'm here to tell you, man, there's times at night when it's really quiet and there ain't no traffic and you swear you hear him. You can hear race cars real good when they went around it. It echoed real bad all the way through the town. But
Yeah.
you could probably hear him on a nice quiet night where there wasn't a lot of traffic if you stayed out late enough. So I don't know, man. I can't vouch really for it either way, but I know he was super loud for what it was back in the 90s.
Just making sure that
Any of y'all got any questions for me that I might be able to answer? Or I can't read none of them, but
James's last comment was, or third to last comment, because James is right too. He's all, I built my system too many times to count, but that's the fun of it, always upgrading. And then after we said watching the mirror start flexing and everything, he's all, what mirror?
what mirror?
And he's right. In the little car, the 200, and you know what that is real well because we've talked about that one.
Mm-hmm.
That thing, with the 115 and 210s, that build straight dropped the mirror right off the glass. So when I got a ticket for trying to put the get it up there and didn't have it on there, and then because there was a mark for it, so the next windshield I asked dude to give me a window that didn't have a mirror, and there's no mark for it, so it doesn't, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
Huh?
I'm
Because I
all,
got harassed about mine because I don't have a rear view mirror either, but I've got the glue mark that it left where it cracked a chunk of the
and I've
glass
got,
out. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, and I've got my two side mirrors, so I always tell them, hey, I've got my side mirrors. I'm used to driving a big truck all the time. I use my side mirrors. There's no rear view, and hey, there's a wall here.
See, I don't have that issue. Street build. I can see out of all my windows.
Yeah.
But that might not last long. We'll see what happens.
And then Ashley said laugh out loud bass. And then Slamology was awesome. Mike was there with me, is what James said.
Yep.
Mike, you plan on getting hit and run at the car show this year? That's not funny, James.
Hey, let me tell you what. Hey, hey, I'll let that dude hit me again if he wants to fucking pay me like he did. I quit cussing so much. But hey, he can hit the other side of the car if he wants to pay me like that. Uh, there was a lot of hate going on right after that. Because somebody was running their mouth about how he ducked out and like he wasn't trying to make up for his mistake, and like I'm pretty sure it might have been on James's channel. James, let us know. Do you remember this going on? But anyway, that dude was cool. That dude made sure I was took care of. He paid me for my car. He gave me extra than what he really needed to. He made sure I had beer all weekend. Every time he seen me, he Bud Lighted me.
Nice.
Um, they came over and they're the ones that came over and helped me fix my car. Like, cause I had a power wire cut and it cracked one of my batteries. So like in the midst of all of it, I lost one of my batteries, my mids amp, and you might as well call that power wire trash now. I mean, I ended up taking it out and replacing it. I don't know good enough that if that wire would have still been good, or if it would have been burnt through the core from ground from it, what happened is a piece of metal just cut it in half, and it was touching. You know what I mean? And
Okay.
it blew fuses at both ends.
Yeah, that wire is probably good enough to replace.
I replaced it just because, man, my kids are in my car.
Yeah.
And heaven forbid, man, we'll knock on wood right now that I see bad accidents on, you know what I mean? I don't want my car to go up in flames.
Yeah. No, so laugh out loud.
But yeah, I can't remember that dude's name from Team Orion, but if anybody, out there, like that dude so took care of me, it was awesome. And it wasn't even his fault, man. What ended up happening, the hydraulic booster went out of his 96, I think it was like a Chevy 2500 full cab.
Okay.
And everybody knows that sound when you put it in park, that clicking noise. We heard it about the time we all turned around, just enough time to see him rear end me. He didn't hit it hard. He didn't, he didn't mean to at all.
Yeah.
I'm a car
James,
guy, and stuff happens. We lack on maintenance sometimes, probably where we shouldn't to buy our base equipment.
and then James is all, I'm just messing with you. And it's on my live stream at Slam. Not sure which one. I got 10.5 hours of footage.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
He walked around with the camera pretty much as from full charge to dead, 2 phones.
Yeah.
Man, it was
that was
hot.
awesome.
I hope it's not that hot this year.
Yeah. And then Neil said I was watching that feed with Mike. And then
Yeah, I did a few live streams, base junkie thing, just to try to give everybody like what I was doing was just kind of driving around, like up and down the lanes and just kind of showing all the stunt walls off and trying to get demos here and there and stuff.
Yeah.
I want my Chris Lee demo this year. That's probably the biggest thing I want to do when I get there. and I hope to
Yeah.
break 150. I hope to break 150 this year.
Well, I know that if I was in your footsteps, I'd have 2 trucks to go see. And I know it'd be more than that, but yeah. Me personally, I'd go see 2 booths basically.
Yeah, where are you going?
I'd want to hit these guys, of course.
Oh,
Well,
of course, yeah.
or I should say 3. That way, sharing the love. But yeah, like to go to these guys, those guys, and Sundown, so I can go see Derek and Chris.
Yeah.
Especially if
James,
Chris is hanging out.
James, you owe me a real demo from last year because it was way too hot when we met up. So I get to get in and get a full tilt demo this year, 100%, right? While we're on live in front of everybody. Do. No, I'm playing.
Hi, it's got a lag for a little bit.
Yeah.
They're all, yeah.
When I got up with him last year, man, it was like 109 degrees, and he'd been demoing for like half the day. No, I wasn't gonna jump in there. You know what I mean?
Yep.
His shit was so hot. I bet you could have fried eggs on his subs last year.
Ooh.
Well, one guy said it felt like it was blowing heat out of the port.
Oh, wow.
But he wasn't shy, dude. When he says he'll give you a demo, he will. If you're a fan and you're on his channel and a supporter or whatever, I guarantee you're gonna get that demo.
Yep. Neil says give his woman a shout out. Her name's Lynn.
Hi, Lynn.
So, hi, Lynn. Again.
Hope you're having a good night.
Even James was hi, Lynn. And Duncan Donuts.
I don't think I'll be as loud as I was last year.
Yeah.
At Slam, but I bet we'll have more fun.
So on your channel, do you know your demos?
On my channel, do I know my demos?
Yep.
Oh, I don't even have any of my scars.
So do you?
I
what
have
videos are yours?
I have some American bass demos, and I have a couple of Soundstream demos. This is a perfect opportunity. Hey, anybody that wants to check out my full system with demos and everything, everybody go check out Mark Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I could, I would I would tag it in it. He just recently did a couple of walk-arounds. Like, yeah, you'll find out everything you want to know about my system. I wish I could close this and like send a link up there, but you're friends with, or you probably subscribe to him, don't you?
Yeah.
Black Key, that's what it used to be.
Mark Woods 212.
There you go. It's like a kind of a 2-part thing. The first one, it'd be a picture of like a box that says Scar, and it'll have 4 of the BS18s on it. Both of those are mine. The first one's pretty much just all kind of goof off demos, and the second one's kind of a more serious, in depth look.
I see one popping up. I see one for sure popping up, so we'll go like this.
My name is Peter Georgian, and I work as a software design engineer at ASML.
Sorry, y'all. Shut up.
Man, right. Somebody's got to get paid. We got to have ads.
No, we don't. Ad-free software.
Oh, it must be nice to have ad-free software. Yeah.
I would love it, but it's not.
Yeah.
pull that like this.
Hello, YouTube. This is Mark Woods with another video. Here
I
to bring
said
you guys
pause, fool.
Full detail look at Boombox system. Yeah, man. Hey, just call Boombox my co-host now. I mean, he's been helping me out a lot, man. Like, really. But I appreciate that. I appreciate anybody that helped me. Y'all, you guys all know that. You know. So, don't forget, good job. Good job on the last video, man. Like, the last video, you guys went good on the like button, man. I like that, man. I appreciate all of that. Appreciate all that. You know, we appreciate the same thing on this video too. But, you know, let's go ahead and check them out, y'all. Let's go ahead and check them out.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This will be a walkthrough of the Boombox. Sitting here right before work. Make a little video. We got Kenwood DBX 470. It's a pretty good head unit. I'm pretty happy with it. We have
I've been perfectly happy with that Kenwood head unit.
sound stream.
Yeah.
6 sound stream, 1-inch dome tweeters on head unit power. We have DS18 mids on HD3K. We have the Taramps HD 10K on 2 Scar ZVX 18s.
Yeah, I can't put much bigger a box in the hatch for that, man. That's about all she's got.
Yeah.
Excuse the wind noise. Can't see it, but tucked way down in there. The Autotech 370. I have the big 3 done. I have a 90 amp hour Duralast under the hood. 2 runs of 0 gauge. I have, can't really see it, but I do have a run of 2 gauge, 2-watt welding cable.
But them rims were looking clean and clean.
You'll have to add some of this.
We don't edit nothing.
No, that's what he told me. He wasn't adding shit.
2
Yep.
Monster Scars ZVX.
He said he wanted to see it in real time.
We have an excess power 500 Farad Super Bank. We have an excess power D1200. We have a kinetic power HC1200. And then for the mid amp, for the HD3K, we have an HC800. 13 cubic foot box. Pretty good sized port. Used to have 6-inch ports in it. Swapped it out to that port. That port, I think, is 26 inches by, I think, 5 inches, tuned around 30 hertz. And I guess we'll give just a little short demo before I gotta go to work.
I don't know if this song will get played on here. So it could be like that.
They wet ass pussies, they big fat ass,
Yeah.
they big black titties.
Well, that's why I put it not for kids.
I got bitches all on.
See how it's got them sidebars on it?
Yeah.
I recorded that with my phone turned sideways like we were talking about earlier.
Okay.
Is that what you're talking about? That was a fail. Couldn't float that bag.
Yeah, in that area. I don't even have any part of that.
Got a little steering wheel wave going on.
James Mike playing that triple X bass.
Know what I'm I said, they call me Jiggler. I got bitches on my dick every day.
Yeah, if you didn't want a daily, you could sure definitely get funky sixth order, a funky fourth.
So now that you see the hatch in my car, do you kind of understand that box I sent you?
Oh, I understand that box.
Do you think it'll work?
Huh?
You think it'll work?
It'd be the funkiest. I mean, as soon as you opened your hatch, you'd be looking at box.
That's all right. Well, you'd be looking at amps. I'd mount the amps back there.
Okay.
Yeah,
you'd be looking at.
You can't really see from my camera, man, but that side mirror, it fucking shakes so bad. I've never had a side mirror shake like that.
Fucking bitches. I got bitches.
That little black dot's what got me in trouble.
Yeah.
So if your car don't have one of them, then you don't have to have a rearview mirror?
Well, you got those side mirrors, right?
Yeah, I got both side mirrors. I mean, state to state could be different, but
Boy, that shit's banging.
now I'm not gonna lie. During that song right there,
Yeah.
I was scared.
All right. I hope you guys like that, man.
That was the first
and he
time that I
provided
ever
demo
tried to
along
play
with that too.
25 hertz full tilt.
Also, got bags flying everywhere, which is cool. Boombox Mike has a lot of fun with his system, man. And you know, it's hard to find guys that's like that. Everybody's always all serious about it, like, oh man, this and that, you know, can't do this, can't do that. I mean, you know, being serious about your system is cool, but having fun with it is cool too. You know, I mean, I know people don't want to start no fires and bust no speakers or blow no amp, you know, but at the same time, you do need to play it, man. You need to play it, you know what I'm saying, have fun with it, and that's it, man. You know, we got more coming on my system, you know, I ain't gonna talk about it much more. You know, you guys just have to stay tuned and see what's gonna go on. A lot of good stuff coming up. I promise. So, I hope you all enjoyed the video.
Yep.
And if you do,
may not comment, but we smash that thumbs up. And we're gonna check out, see if we found that second one.
Should be right around that red box somewhere. It might be on the next line. There she is. Great setup. This is a fun video right here.
Turning your squad into a car wash? Weird flex. Turning your squad into a carpool so you drive less?
Had a really good time shooting these videos right
Auto
here.
insurance that
I had
flexes
that
with
good with my neighbor.
We really expanded our family for the wireless savings. Then my sister told me about Visible.
Get unlimited data for as low as $25 a month. No family needed.
Visible. Single line wireless, unlimited data, as low as $25 a month.
Hello, YouTube. This is Mark Woods with another video. And my golly, good weather is here.
Thank goodness, good weather's coming.
Oh yeah. The dreaded engine light is back on. You know. And you know, like I did put it on a computer at the at rallies, and they said it's some type of, they don't know what the code is that they found, so look like I'm gonna have to take it back to the shop. It don't seem like nothing is wrong, but you know, I hope it ain't nothing really wrong, you know, but if so, they have to fix it. Yeah, I'm here to bring you guys the 18, the ZVX, the ZVX, the SCAR ZVS 18s powered by a 10K Terrence amp. Two of them, two 18s.
I wish I had 10K. That'd be awesome.
Plus, he's having a lot of fun with his system too. Like a lot of people don't have fun like that with their system. You know, Boombox Mike. He actually had another setup on his channel before too. So let's go ahead and get to it, y'all.
Money, student, tide. I can read you like a magazine. Ain't it funny? You was quiet. I know you heard about me, so hey, let's be friends. I'm dying to see how this one ends. Grab your passport in my hand. I can make the flashback good for a weekend. Don't feel it forever. Don't feel it go down in space.
It's hard when it doesn't want to have just a constant bass line, but that ain't music.
If you notice, we all got coats on.
Yeah.
It was the wind would blow for a little bit and then it stopped. I can tell right now I'm getting frustrated because I know it'll float in the window.
Yeah, but I'm saying when those bass notes that really get windy, when those stop, dude, it's like, damn it.
Yeah. And my card isn't really big enough for a full wave to produce. Well, this was one of my accomplishments for one of my goals that I set for this build. Hit us with an ad. I wish she would have took her hair out of that ponytail.
Yep. I was just gonna say, next time, if that's your daughter, take her hair down.
You heard that guy laughing in the background?
Okay.
That's his wife.
Okay.
But she wouldn't take her hair down.
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna try and get somebody in there to let their hair down. I think I can do it.
You almost sucked that.
I don't know if it's on this video. See it? It sucked in.
Yep. Yeah,
that's what I kept running into. It wouldn't float. It wanted to suck in instead of push out.
Okay.
And I was told that's because I can't resonate a full bass note from the length of my back wall to my windshield. Or I haven't found the note that'll fully resonate that far. I don't understand any of that. Quarter waves and all that, I don't get it yet.
It's different. It's hard to explain for me. But floating stuff's a new thing to me because, like you said, it used to be all about the music.
Yeah. And now it's who can do this.
Yeah.
And I know this is that, I'm impressed with that. And I know anybody can throw the microfiber, but that's a dirty one. That's one we picked up out of dude's toolbox.
And it's folded in half, it almost looks like too.
And I get it going here in a minute. Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah.
And I have a really hard time floating with it all the way down. And here again, I was told it's because of the shape of the window.
And that's flat on that center console.
I'm pretty impressed with this too. I've never been able to float with the door open. See, that made me happy right there. That bag just hanging out right there in that door like that.
Yeah.
That's a big bag, man.
Yeah.
Everywhere I go, catch me on the block like a Mutombo. 750 Lambo in the Utah snow. Trunk in the front like a Shadumbo.
Yeah, James made another comment too.
What's that?
Well, I was laughing because they said, let's see, I'll look back. Bought that ground shaker box in last November. I remember Neil was glad we got to meet up. Mechanic Slam. The kite was a good idea from James. And they were talking about hanging out. And he said he wished he could hang out longer.
All right, we back.
And
just trying to get the focus down the street. Still learning how to use the iPhone camera. The only bad thing is you can't play no music. Watch. I hit play. And it stops playing the video every time. So can't hit play while I'm recording. You know. I hope you got
pause that right there. Close that out. Stop sharing.
Yeah, man, that was a good time.
And then, yeah, I wish we had more time to hang out.
Yeah, we've been on here like over an hour.
And then Neil said, "Cross my fingers." And then James on Marcus is getting paid. Yeah.
Hey, we all help each other by helping each other, right?
Yeah. And then he said, "The more you seal off, the more you're able to float stuff. The windier it gets."
Yeah.
Kill
Yeah,
mad.
if I could wall it up to the B pillar, I would.
Well, you could do a C pillar.
That's kind of what we're going to talk about later with that box that I sent you. That's going to be a C pillar wall. If we can get, if not, I don't know, man. I'm pretty loyal to street builds, man. I like running street stock.
Oh well, it's not really. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I'm perfectly happy with like. I feel like I can float pretty good for a no wall.
Yeah.
A no wall, no seal, no deadener, no shit, man. That's a stock interior car. No, I haven't pulled no panels or nothing. It rattles like a freaking 1980s donk rolling down the road. Oh well.
See, and I'm more. That's where the seal and even the deaden. But then some people are saying that if you deaden the whole truck, it's too much. I don't know how much of that's true, or if it is true, maybe it's per vehicle.
I was gonna say that would probably depend. That kind of goes back to where's that note resonating at? Do you need the whole roof done, or do you only need 2/4 of it done?
Yeah.
I'm learning on this. This is all new to me.
I did the roof of the truck inside and out, but whatever.
Inside and out?
Yeah. I covered the whole. Well, I did the inside because there's no AC and Northern California gets hot. So I did it with the Thermotech Cool It brand stuff. And I forgot what the pad was. But then I did another layer of kill mat over that. And then the silver heating and cooling tape that everybody likes to use.
Yeah.
And had all it rolled out, compressed and everything until it went even with the pillars and glued the pillars down in the roof. And then on the outside, there's the layer of the DefBonts 2.0 on the outside. Because I like the way
you ain't getting no flex.
It still flexes. It just doesn't rattle. But now I notice I get bed rattle. The whole bed side just brr, brr.
Yeah, I bet that is pretty annoying.
It's funny because I don't think I put the video out of walking back there and listening to it just brr, brr. And you're watching it just shimmer in the light. And it's like, oh, it is flexing.
Okay. Yeah, give me just a minute.
So.
All right, man.
All right,
Well,
brother.
I've really enjoyed my time on here, bro.
Yep. And
I got to go do the family thing for a little bit.
Yep.
And my wife was gracious enough to let me have this little bit of time off spend with you guys. I appreciate that. I appreciate you having me up on here. I appreciate all our guests.
Yep. Last two comments were bracing, but we can get back on that. And like I said, I'm going to try and I'd like to do somebody tomorrow. I know Friday and Saturday are the next two shows for sure.
Okay.
Like I said, JP agreed to do the basshead side of it for Friday, and then Jason, I forgot what Jay's last name was, but he said he'd do it Saturday. So
our buddy Jason,
Audio
Life.
No.
Okay.
Because that one's yeah. Even though I've been wanting to get a hold of him.
Yeah,
I
he's
sent
not
him
always
the
easy.
link.
He's not always easy to get a hold of.
Yeah, well, I sent him the link, and I even asked Ari.
Yeah, Ari said something to me about it too.
Yeah. But with Aria, I know that she's available early in the mornings.
Right.
Which is cool because I don't care.
That'd be way early for you though, wouldn't it?
Huh?
That'd be way early for you though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Now their time's not too far off from you. They're probably only 2 hours.
I don't know, 2, 3, whatever.
I'm 3, and I think they're an hour off from me.
Okay.
So, but man, I had a good time. I'm gonna go spend some time with my wife and watch a movie.
All right, brother.
So, see you guys later. Have a good night. I appreciate being on here, man. Thank you very much.
Yep, not a problem, Mike. And glad
have a good
to have
night,
you.
everybody. Hey, keep banging.
Amen. Bass on, brother. Yeah, bracing is true, and yeah, I'll pass the message on. I think he knows it though, that doing the deadening and everything, but at the same time, some street classes aren't. It depends on what you got. I don't remember what everybody is over on that area, Mecca or Iasca, or so I know that the truck would work to a point for Super Street X, but you don't really want to go in there with 115 and playing where you should actually be out in the Florida area more and be in the ISPLL stuff. So 215s, and you see how I flip stuff. Yeah. Yep. And yeah, that fourth order is sealed. Thanks, Neil. Glad to have you guys here. Hope everybody enjoyed the show. That was Boombox Mike. His channel's pinned up at the top. If you don't have him, check him out. Mark Wood's videos posted there were of Mike. And have a great night, y'all. Face on. Peace. And in the famous words of James, late.